Oh, oh yeah. You want some of this? No, really, you can. It doesn't matter. I'm clean. I brushed my teeth this morning. It's can wipe it off. It's good. I'm having it for my health. Seriously, because the old lady said to me, "When was the last time you had a checkup?" And I'm saying, must have been a kid. So she said, "You ought to go to the doctor." I said, "Why would I go to the doctor? I feel okay." She said, "Go to the doctor. We got the healthcare. Go. Lose it or use it. It's all right." Went to the doctor for the... And weird, creepy old guy. He's poking me and prodding me. He had this little flashlight he was sticking in my eye. I mean, what the fuck? And he says to me that, you have high blood pressure. I said, "I didn't know that. I feel perfectly fine. I don't even catch cold." And I said, "No, you got high blood pressure." He had wrapped something around my arm and was squeezing a ball. It hurt like hell. And so he shows this to me and he said, "You got to do something to get this blood pressure down." And I'm saying, "Well, what do I need to do?" And he said, "Well, you could adjust your diet." I could adjust my diet. All right, what else? And he said, you could get more exercise in. I said, "I've heard that before. The old lady's always after me to exercise." And he said that... He said, you need to take some pills as well. You're going to have to start taking this medication because you're just... I was like, I said, no. I said, no, I am not taking any medication because I'm under the belief that there's some sort of conspiracy going on between the government, doctors, companies that make the pills, the pharmacists that sell them. I mean, they're stuffing pills on the public that they don't need it. I mean... When I was a kid, everyone used to run around and bang each other's heads in the wall, and nobody thought twice about it. But today, all these kids are being stuffed with all this pill stuff, and nobody's getting healthier. If you notice that, I mean, the doctor's offices are jammed, and who's benefiting from all of these pills? And it's the pharmacist, because the guy who runs the pharmacy where I live, he has 2 kids, and they both went to Harvard. And I'm saying to myself, how can this little broken down old man send these 2 kids to Harvard? Harvard costs a lot of money. Excuse me. And I suspect they're going to Harvard because he's making all this money selling these pills. And I'm like saying, something, why the fuck should I have my money go to him so he can send his kids to Harvard? If his kids want an education, they should go do what I did and join the military, be in the army. That's how you get an education. Yeah, don't laugh, I was in the army. So it was a long time ago, but I was there. I was in Vietnam, yeah. Strange place, all these little Asian people, nobody spoke English. Didn't know what was going on. Food was terrible too, but that's water under the bridge. So, what was I talking? So the doctor says, so what else can I do? I'm not taking pills. He said, you need to de-stress. And I said, what is de-stress? And he's like, de-stress means you got to calm yourself down because apparently your stress levels are so high that this blood pressure is high too. So if you're calmer, the blood pressure goes down. And then they were saying, so what can I do to calm myself down? And, well, I find myself very relaxed when I'm enjoying this. So I think at the moment, I haven't been back to him in a while, but I think at the moment my blood pressure must be close to 0 because I feel so relaxed and so happy. And it's medicinal, really. I think that's the word for it, would be medicinal. So I don't need to go to the pharmacy for all that shit. And I'm feeling better, but try convincing that to some people, that they'll hear what they want to hear. Like the old lady, she's on my case all the time about doing stuff. You don't mind if I smoke, do you? It's a force I have, but I have to ask because you know where she is. She says to me, "I don't want you smoking in the house." So I go outside on the back porch, and she says, "I don't want you smoking on the back porch." And so I go to the car, and she says, "I don't want you smoking in the car." So I said, "Well, I can't smoke in the house, and I can't smoke in the car, and where am I supposed to smoke?" And she says, "That's the idea." And I said, that don't make sense. It's like, always nagging. Hold on a second. I got my matches in here someplace. That's my keys. Lately, I'm finding myself getting very forgetful. I'm glad my dick's attached to me. Otherwise, I'd probably leave it in the bathroom somewhere. I know I had it when I came out here. Hold on. It's around here someplace. Didn't leave it home. So, I mean, some people don't like the smell of cigarettes, and I don't blame them. But it's an acquired taste, like anything, like doggy style sex. Not everybody likes to do it, but they do it. That's funny. I could have sworn I had it with me. Hold on a second. Kind of embarrassing, you know. Then I have to go home and get a matchbook, and it's like, I don't want to go home. She's home today from work, and she's gonna be on my case all day. I know that. Oh, it's around here someplace. Well, in any event, I don't know. She doesn't want me smoking. A lot of people don't want me smoking. Oh, thank you. It's a nice guy you got here. You two, he looks like your brothers. You related? No? Oh well. Thanks a lot. It's a nice, it's a pink color. Oh. Alright, thank you. Probably one of these made in China jobs. Anyway, so I wonder about why don't people like smoking? You know, years ago when my dad was still around, he used to smoke. Didn't bother him. If you see on TV, like everyone on TV and in the movies back in the day, they smoked. Yeah, that's good. And Fred Flintstone smoked. There was this old commercial. I saw it on the computer once. It was him and Barney Rubble smoking. It was funny. Hey, if Fred Flintstone smoked, why can't I? And I don't know. I mean, you look at this thing. It's such a little thing. How could it be so bad for you? It's what is this stuff? It's tobacco, and tobacco is a plant. It's like what's that thing that Popeye used to spinach. Yeah, it's like spinach. It grows on trees. I mean, what the fuck? It's natural, and it's wrapped in paper, and paper is from trees as well. And you just heat it up, and it's like when you heat a can of baked beans. I mean, you don't get cancer from eating baked beans. So why would you get I don't know why you get the cancer though. There must be, I don't know, maybe they stick something in here. I know it's like nicotine. I don't know what that is. I should look that up. But whatever. I don't have cancer. I'm fine. And everyone I know who smokes is fine. And you know, this is also good for my blood pressure because the doctor says you got to de-stress. So I'm taking this, and I'm not the least bit stressed out when I smoke, except when the old lady is nagging at me. She's always on my case about something. On my case recently, what was the last thing she did? That was a mess. That was losing weight. One day she looks at me in the morning, get out of bed, and she said, "You need to lose weight." I said, "Have you seen yourself in the mirror lately?" And she didn't like that. She didn't like that at all. One thing that I learned about marriage: never pick a fight with a woman that's larger and stronger than yourself. Nothing good's ever going to come of it, believe me. So she said, you got to lose weight. And I'm like, how am I going to lose weight? So why don't you join the gym? Well, join a gym. So there's a gym near my home, and I go there. And it's scary. You know, if you've never been into one of these places, it's fucking scary. They had this music, if you call it music, blaring at the top of the speakers, and you have all these big weirdos with biceps the size of my head, and they're lifting these huge weights, and it's like I don't like that at all. That's like, I feel, what's the word? Something. I feel something, and it's not good. So I'm saying to myself, how am I going to exercise? Because she wants me to be in shape. And I'm thinking, well, I could buy one of these things on the TV, because they always have every morning or every night they have these commercials where everybody is trying to exercise and lose weight. And it's like you pop this thing in your DVD player, and in a couple of weeks you get yourself six-pack abs, which is nice, but why do I need six-pack abs? It's like I can count to 6 without taking my shirt off. I can count to 21 taking everything off, actually. So it's, I don't need that. But then, I don't remember who it was. I think it was my neighbor. It doesn't matter. Said that that walking is very good for you. And I didn't realize that. I mean, I walk every day. Probably made in China. A lot of shit over there. But anyway, walking's good for me. And I should go walking. And you could lose weight and get in better shape. All right. Where am I going to go walking, though? I walk around the house. I'm not going to lose anything. And then I remembered that, you know Tom Seymour? Yeah, he has a bar at the other end of town. And I usually don't go there because it's so far away. But if it's a nice day, maybe I'll take a walk. And I measured it. And it's about 1 mile from my house to Tom's bar. Okay, so that's 1 mile going there. And 1 mile coming back. So that's 2 miles a day. And that's great. And if I go like once in the afternoon and then once in the evening, that's 4 miles a day. It's hey, I'm getting myself into great shape. I go over there. It's a wild walk. I get to de-stress, which is also good for my blood pressure. And then I can go back. And if I find myself getting anxious, is that a word? Yeah, anxious. Then I can go back another mile, de-stress again, and then this is a win-win situation. This is perfect, and I really like that. And the nice thing about walking, especially on a nice day like today, you bring your friends along, and they love to be with you. So it's a social thing. And so sometimes if I'm walking, I either call up Dick or Matt or John or the other guys. And I'm like saying, hey, I'm going down to Tom Seymour's. Let's all go there. And these guys haven't been working in a while. They're around, so they're not doing anything. So all of us go down, and it's great. We have fun. You're gonna have to get yourself a new one of these things. I think you're low on liquid. We go down there, and we get our exercise, and we de-stress. And it's nice. And sometimes we get extra exercise too, because if one of the guys drinks a bit too much, we have to carry him home. So, that's good upper body exercise. Except, we had the problem with Matt once. I mean, we weren't able to carry him home, so we just wrote a note and taped it to him. So whoever finds him, please take him home. He got home. I don't know who did it, but yeah, that's my exercise. So I'm happy. I'm getting myself into better shape. Thanks to something, whatever, yeah. You've been on your knees a lot. If you want to get up, you can. You sort of remind me of my friend Buddy. It's like, you ever tell you about Buddy? No? Oh, he was, Buddy was my best friend when I was growing up. I haven't thought about Buddy in years. He was quite a guy. I knew him in high school. He was a dwarf, He was a little guy about this big, I think. Yeah, about that big, but I knew. And I was a couple of grades older than him. And it's one of these weird high school type do-gooder shit things where the older students are supposed to be mentors to the younger students, and so I got assigned Buddy. But it was the best thing that ever happened. Buddy used to look up to me. He used to look up to everybody, come to think of it, because he was a dwarf. He was just like the shortest person around. It really must be. It must be rough being the shortest person everywhere, because you're always looking up and people are always looking down at you. But he got used to it. He never really complained too much. And we had a lot of fun. I used to pick him up after school, literally, because he was so small, and put him on the handlebars of my bicycle. And we used to pedal around town. And that was nice. It was town was still clean at that time. And we go over to the ritzy neighborhood. I think it's down over there. And we look around to make sure that nobody was around. We used to go there just to get the feel for the place. And I said to Buddy, let's we could make some money. This is because it's supposed to be a mentoring type of deal, and I'm supposed to teach him things. So let's what's the word? Be entrepreneurs. So we'd find a place that there would be nobody around, and park the bike, and I would put Buddy on my shoulders, and he would look in the window at the houses. And if there was nobody home, I would give him a screwdriver. He'd get the window open, and he'd get inside and run his little way around and open the front door. and we'd help ourselves, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. We made a lot of money too, which was quite nice. And this was back in the days before eBay and Craigslist. I mean, today I could sell the stuff online, but back then you had to go to the pawn shop. And they got to know us there as a big guy, little guy, and so that was it was fun until we got caught. Well, obviously, sooner or later we got caught, but those things happen. You know, like good things don't last forever. So it did. So it wasn't so bad. It was actually kind of funny because, you know, Buddy was being so small. Cops couldn't get handcuffs on him because his wrist was so tiny, so he'd slip out of them. He'd go running away, and you had these big, fat Irish cops chasing this little dwarf around, and they caught him eventually. I don't know how, but they got him. And yeah, we went to juvie hall together. I'm glad we went together. It was a good experience too. I really appreciated juvie hall. I don't know if you've ever been there. It's fun. I learned so much stuff that I had never learned anywhere. And I mean, I've been in school, I've been in the Army, I watch educational programs on TV, but you learn stuff like how to hotwire a car. You know, it's not difficult. You think it's difficult, but it's easy enough. And I learned also how to snatch a purse without hurting somebody. Because, you know, the thing with purse snatching, you grab it off, and you don't want to hurt the women because most women tend to be kind of fragile. And bad enough you get caught with a robbery rap, that's bad, but assault, forget it. So I remember there was, the guys taught us how to do that. That was, excuse me, that was fun. I had a blast, but he took a little, sorry, Mexican food does it to me all the time. Buddy had some problems at first because, you know, when we got to juvie hall, we were given these orange jumpsuits, and they're pretty hideous to begin with, but there was nothing in his size because they were expecting old normal size kids, and here comes this little like 3-foot dwarf comes in, and it's like, what are we going to give this guy? So they gave him the smallest of the regular jumpsuits, which of course didn't fit him, so he had to roll up his sleeves and roll up the legs, and it would always come down, and he would be flopping about for a bit till they figured out, they eventually got him something that fit. And he adapted to it, but I got out before him, and I saw lost track with him. I don't know whatever happened to him. I think about him sometimes. I would hope he grew up. I don't think they can do that. I don't think that they've done that yet, where they figure out how to turn a dwarf into a big person. But if he did, well, more power to him. Probably, it wouldn't be a bad idea if he could get it, if he's still around, if he got a show on TV. I don't know if you, excuse me. Finally, it finally works. I don't know. Do you make? I don't know if you make stuff. Do you ever watch reality TV lately? It's a real freak show out there. But there are a lot of dwarfs running around on TV. I'd like to think Buddy got a TV show for himself. He'd fit in perfectly. He wasn't a bad looking guy. But there are these a lot of this stuff that's on TV today. I can't watch it because it just rubs me the wrong way. I mean, we got, besides all these dwarfs running around, we got these people who have like 5,000 children. It's like, wow, that's really scary shit. And you got these bikers, these freaks with these tattoos, and then they build bikes and they break bikes and they rebuild the bikes and that. You got these gay guys who are making fancy dresses, and you got these sluts with the big ones wearing these dresses, and they wind up marrying these freaks with the tattoos that make the bicycles, and I can't stand that, really. It's scary stuff. My brother-in-law has been on TV. I don't know if you know that. You know my brother-in-law with the stomach and the, yeah, he's that's a real piece of work. He was on TV. He was on reality TV a couple of times. We had to always reminded about it. His claim to fame, you probably think this is lunacy, but he said he saw a UFO. And, you know, in a way, I'm sort of jealous of him that he's on TV for this. I think it's bullshit, to be honest. I think this went out. Yeah. I think it's bullshit because he says he saw a UFO. He lives down in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. I don't know if you know what that is. That's it's sort of in the middle of nowhere. And if you believe him, and I don't, one night he was outside barbecuing or grilling, whatever you want to call it. And he says there was this UFO came down and hovered over his backyard, and he could see these little alien people peering out a window. And he was standing there for about maybe a minute or so looking at these things, and then he said it went away. And he's been on, oh God, how many TV shows? Like 1, 2, 3, about 3 or 4 TV shows telling the story. Never mind that his neighbors never saw the stuff, or there were no complaints to the Pennsylvania Air Force that there was a UFO in the neighborhood, but he said he saw it, and so he's been to conventions, and he's been on TV and in newspapers talking about he saw a UFO. And so I don't know. I feel bad for the alien people. You know, it's like they must be very, very smart to build a spaceship to take them all over the universe. It's like I mean really, who hold on. You're gonna have to get more fluid for this thing. I mean, who builds spaceships today? I mean, it's the alien people and the Chinese, I think. I mean, the Chinese are building. They build this stuff. I hope their spaceships are better than this. But I personally, I'm not buying anything made in China, and I have reason to avoid that, because thank you. Blood pressure. I had gotten the old lady something for her birthday, because we've been together for a long time, and you know, the spark sort of went out some time ago. I'm still a good-looking guy, and I'm in good shape. All this walking that I'm doing, she sort of let herself go, truth be told. And I thought, well, we need to spark up the relationship. So I bought her a vibrator, and I was going to surprise her for her birthday. So one night, right before her birthday, she's sleeping. I hope you never see her sleep. That's a silly question. But she's sleeping. She's on her back, snoring like a walrus, and her legs are spread out. And let's have a bit of fun for the birthday. So I tiptoe out of bed, and I pull out this vibrator that I bought. I bought it in that sex shop on the other side of town, where Tom Seymour's. And I open it up, and the instructions are all in Chinese. I think it's Chinese. It's one of those silly languages where everything looks like pigeons walked across the page with ink on their feet. But how ridiculous could it be to put together a vibrator? I mean, you just I have batteries in the house, and so I put it in, closed it up, and while she's sleeping, I put it in her actually, and turned it on. And you know, the damn thing short-circuited on her. Yeah. Oh. We had a lot of explaining to do to the ambulance corps. Trust me on that. Thank God we have 2 ice packs in the house. I mean, one to take care of me, because she when that woke her up. I mean, I looked like the dog from the Little Rascals. You remember him with the that wasn't so bad. I mean, I've had that before, but apparently I was under the belief that after the shock she got from the vibrator, well, she's going to need an ice pack on that because she got all swelled up. Well, getting the ice pack in there was bad enough. Getting it out, that was, the guys from the ambulance, there were these 2 guys and me, and we're just, I won't buy that Chinese stuff anymore, trust me. I mean, like this, if you're going to get yourself one of these things, get yourself something that's made here in this country, not over there. So that's, see what I mean? It's like, well, there's something. Here we go. What was I talking about? Oh. Almost forgot. Oh, anyway, so who's making spaceships? The Chinese and the alien people. Well, the Chinese aren't coming here in spaceships, thank God. They're always sticking menus under my door, though, which I do without. But anyway, so these little alien people that live on the other side of the universe, billions and trillions and zillions of miles away, and they say to themselves, we built this incredible spaceship. Let's go find life elsewhere in the universe. And so they take off from wherever they're living, and they probably go zooming all over the place looking for life. They go to Pluto, there's no life there. They go to Neptune, there's no life there. They go to Uranus, there's no life there. They go hit all the planets, all the moons, all the stars. They come to Earth. Aha, life. Now they can make contact. So, but the damn thing is, where do they go when they get here? Do they go to New York? No. Did they go to Washington? No. Did they go to Rome? No. If you believe my brother-in-law, they go to King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. And they don't even go to the mall. That's the only reason anyone would go to King of Prussia today, because they have that huge mall there. And there's always a sale at Macy's. You'd think they'd come all the way across. They could pick up a couple of sweaters or something and then to take home as a souvenir. No, they don't go there. They go to my brother-in-law's backyard, and they hover over his backyard, and they look at this fat slob standing on the deck with his in his plaid shorts, grilling his steaks, whatever. I feel so sorry for these poor little alien people. They look at them, it's like, we came all the way here, billions and trillions of miles for this. I mean, I have to go down to his place for Thanksgiving every year, and I'm always disappointed. I can't imagine how these poor little creatures felt going miles and miles away. So it's that's pretty sad. But that's his claim to fame, and he's made some money off of it, and well, he's given me some money from it too, so I really shouldn't be such an ingrate. So, well, more power to him. What can I say? This we're gonna have to get something. Got to get another thing. I could have sworn I brought matches with me. You know, this is one of these weird experiences. That's my key. That's my comb. No, that's not there. Is it in this pocket? Hold on a second. I feel my cell phone in here. I wonder if I turn my cell phone on. No. I'm not expecting any calls. Whatever. I can always get a matchbook at Tom's place when I go there this evening. I wish there were more girls in Tom's place. I don't mind hanging out with the guys, but you know, I need to meet new women. Because, you know, I've been together with the old lady for ages, and it's just not there anymore. And I don't want to see the boat sail away while I still got my dick. So, you know what I like? I love British women. I really do. I mean, I love the way British women speak. They are so classy. They come out like, I'm classy. I'm like, yeah, you are. I could just, I love listening. I sometimes get an erection watching Judi Dench movies, because, I mean, she has just got this voice to just put the juice in the old steak and plump it up. That's just, yeah. I'd go to England, so I don't have any money, so it's pretty expensive over there, I think. But I don't understand why British women hang out with British men, though. They don't. To me, they seem like a bunch of wimps. I mean, you ever see these films with someone like Hugh Grant? I mean, his dick's probably smaller than this, and so it's. I don't know what they're thinking, but I mean, they must like the guys, because otherwise there wouldn't be anybody left over there, would there? No. But I need to meet new women. I need to get a job too. The ideal thing, though, excuse me, would be to, let me give this another shot, to meet women on the job. That's what I need to do. You know, meeting women. Meeting women at work. That would be great. I have this sort of pipe dream that I would be a gynecologist. I think that's a dream job. I mean, where else could you just be surrounded by women every day, and not only just women, but oh, hello. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you when this Italian restaurant I went to. I forgot who I was with, but I was in this place, and it was a split level place, and we were seated downstairs, and there was like a terrace above us, and there was this broad sitting there with a mini skirt, and she didn't have panties on underneath it, and she was like sitting like this with the legs apart, and you could see everything from where I was. I was looking up there, and I'm like, how can you eat with this staring in your face? And thank God they invented cell phones with the cameras about that time. This was so. I mean, I'm sitting there, and it's like no one is ever going to believe me that I'm seeing this while I'm having Italian dinner. So I borrowed my friend's cell phone, and I'm like, yeah, and that was. That was good, and I'm glad this happened. She came in actually, it was around dessert time, because the desserts they weren't that great. We had already finished our meal, and the manager told us to, saw what I was doing and told us to leave, so at least we were able to get out with a free meal. We missed the crummy dessert, and that was fine. So what was I talking about? Oh, I want to be a gynecologist. Yeah, that would be great. You know, you've got to go to school to be a gynecologist. And I maybe I could find something on the internet, you know, where you click on one of these things and you get a degree. I mean, there's plenty of shit like that online. That would be fun. So imagine just like going to work every day and just like lifting up the hello, and that could be fun. Excuse me. I got to stop this Mexican food. It's the worst thing for me. But sometimes I'm saying to myself, you know, maybe it'd be like too much of a good thing, because you know you work in a bakery and you like chocolate cupcakes, and you know having a chocolate cupcake like once a day, that's okay. Maybe having it like 2 or 3 times a week, I can understand. It's a nice treat, but you know you're surrounded by chocolate cupcakes. Do you want to eat chocolate cupcakes every 15 minutes? Probably not. And I don't know. That may not be the best idea. It's a thought. It's a thought, because that's where you meet women. Definitely. Another good place to meet women would be, well, working. Well, I don't know if they have these places around. I haven't seen any around here, but I see this on TV. When you ever see these fancy bars where you got piano players, and they always have these beautiful women with the big ones and the low-cut dresses standing around the piano, and the guy's playing the piano and he's smoking a cigarette. I was able to smoke a cigarette because he has a real lighter, and that would be great. You see, I would love that. That would be a dream job. So I have to learn how to play the piano, though. That's the whole thing. I don't have a piano. I don't know where I could get one. I could probably buy one online, but I don't know how they're going to ship it to me. It's like you can't get it in the mailbox. Think something up. It can't be difficult to play the piano. I mean, so many people do it. Little kids, like probably those kids over there probably play piano. I mean, what is it? It's like typing, except you create music instead of words. So it shouldn't be too difficult. I would like that. I would really like that a lot. You know, the old lady's after me to get work. She's saying to me, "You ought to go out and get a job." And I'm like, you know, what are you complaining about? I mean, the two of us are able to live on your salary, and I'm not complaining. Why are you? And so that's why I need to make a lot of changes. I mean, it's not so bad in spring and summer when she's in one of her moods, and I could sleep out on the porch or this park over here. And but you know, when the weather gets a little bit colder, you can't do it. And I need to make a change in my life. That's for sure. I need to do something. Oh, look at this. Spoke too soon. I'm gonna have to get. Supposed to get something on the way home. I forgot what it was. Supposed to go shopping for something. Go to the grocery store. What? You know, responsibility sucks. There's no nice way around it. You know, I need to get myself a matchbook. Here you go. This was nice. I'm gonna go down to Tom Seymour's. I don't know if you want to join me. It's about a mile from here. It's good exercise. I got nice big leg muscles thanks to this. So it's yeah. All right. Well, stay good, okay? And that's a nice camera. I should get myself a camera. I should make movies. That would be nice. People tell me I'm good looking. I should be in movies. It's like, yeah. I bet you meet a lot of chicks with that camera. So go out and find yourself a nice girl, okay? I'll see you around.